Hi teachers, this is Mindy Weed. I wanted to talk to you really quick about running records or doing IRI, which is also known as an informal reading inventory. IRI is where you have kids read a short passage, usually one, maybe 1.5 pages long, and you check for their accuracy of reading the words correctly and their comprehension. In front of you right here, you can see that I have printed out the student copies of the third grade level and the fourth grade level reading, and I have put them in sleeves. I have also copied these on colored copy because students tend to do a little bit better when it's not the blaring white on black. The next thing I do is I make file folders for each of the levels for the IRI. So I have a pre-primer, a primer, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up through 12th grade level. And within each folder, I place the teacher copies, and each and every student, I'm going to need a copy of one of these papers. The front looks like this, where I have the exact copy as the student, and this is where I can mark how the student reads, and I can put any marks like they're pointing. I can mark down which words they messed up in reading so that they read inaccurately. And then over here, after the student is done, on the back side of this, I have the questions, the comprehension questions that I'm going to ask the students. There's some that are literal questions, meaning the answer is literally right in the passage. There are also some inferential questions that are asked, like, why did this happen? And then at the end, I'm going to make a note of how many word miscues, in other words, how many errors the student had. So if I look back over here and the student had 3 errors, I'm going to write the number 3 over here. Then I'm going to look down here and it's the miscues, the word identification miscues. And I can see that 0 to 3 is the independent reading level, and that is my goal. Low independent reading level is totally fine. But once you get into instructional level or frustration level, then that means that the story is too hard. Instructional level means that a student needs a teacher or parent's help in order to read this, and we're looking for their independent level. Down here, I can make note of how many comprehension errors they made, and this will show me also their independent level. You want both the miscues and the comprehension to be at the independent level for this to be their independent reading level. If the student read this and the miscues were in the frustrational or instructional level and the comprehension was fine, I would then choose an easier story. I would then go to a second grade reading level, and I can tell what grade level it is by this number right here.